thank you so much for stopping by. In case this is your first time, my name is Miriam. I am a Kenyan journalist and a student of international relations. So if this is your first time, a very warm welcome to you. Now this space, I created it with an intention of just holding space for those who are journeying towards finding their purpose, those who are engaged in change, and those people who really have a desire to want to live a life being in their most authentic self and also in the best version of themselves, okay? Because it is a journey that I am myself in the process of, and I've discovered that the journey to change and the process of change is not a destination. It is something that you wake up every morning and you make an intention, or you have an intention rather, of making intentional decisions and doing some intentional things for you to get to the place that you know you can get. Change is not easy, let me tell you something. It demands sometimes so much from you, and these changes can make you very uncomfortable because you're pushed outside of your comfort zone and you're pushed towards things that you necessarily don't have a proclivity towards. But you know, that is the process of change. It's not the easiest of things, but you know, when you endure and you just keep working on the things that you're supposed to work on it, then at the end of it all, I think it's really worth it. I'm still in the process, I'm still in the journey, and I'm just hoping that we can do this together, and at the end of the day we can achieve whatever it is that we set our eyes to achieve, because I believe all things are really possible. That is the kind of faith that I have. And also I believe that a change is a good thing. If you don't change, then nothing changes. So you have to be willing to change for you to see those changes that you have been yearning for to see in your life. So part of the change sometimes might be that you keep experiencing a certain experience or certain situations over and over and over again. Now the thing with God is, there are things or situations or experiences that He will keep allowing you to go through until you get the lesson. And a lot of times we are not the smartest of people. You want to fight life, you want to compete with life, you want to, you know, have things your way. God is trying to tell you, hey, pay attention. There's something I need for you to learn from that person, from that connection, from that situation, from that experience. And so these things will keep showing up in different forms through different individuals, through, you know, different experiences, because some of these lessons are really vital to the place that you want to get to in life. And some of these lessons will help you in perhaps handling situations differently in the future, or you know, dealing with certain things differently in the future. And so they are a very important version, you know, lessons that you're supposed to get for you to fully become that person that you are supposed to become, and for you to arrive at that space that you are hoping that you are alive in terms of achieving your goals and aspirations and things like that. And if you are like me, then you must be a person who is a dreamer, you know, lofty goals and all these dreams and all that. Like that is me all day. But even with these lofty goals and lofty dreams, sometimes you cannot get there being the version of the person you are today. Even for me, I know I still have so much work to do for me to get to that space that I am supposed to get. And so nowadays, when I go through certain things or I have certain experiences, I stop and I ask God, what will be the lesson that you would want for me to take from that experience or from that situation or from that encounter? And if you're keen and alert in your spirit, God will be able to show you. And so these lessons, they better you, they strengthen you, they strengthen your character, and you learn, next time if I get into a similar situation, then this is what I'm supposed to say, this is how I'm supposed to handle this, this will be the wisdom I'm supposed to apply. But until you really get it, then you'll keep experiencing it, because it is vital for you to get it in, for you to grow from certain situations, from you to grow from certain mindsets. It is important for you to get that lesson, okay? And you know, sometimes we miss out the lessons because we are caught up in the pain, we are caught up in the frustration, we are caught up in the disappointment, we are caught up in all these other factors, and then we miss out on the opportunity for us to really see on the flip side, what is it that I was supposed to get? Because things don't just happen in a vacuum. At least that is a lesson that I have learned. I am a person of faith, and so nothing just happens for the sake of. God does not operate like that. And sometimes if it happened, it's because he allowed it to happen. And because he allowed it to happen, he cannot allow anything to happen just for nothing. There's always something, even if you can't see it right now. But later on, years to come, you will look back and say, you know what? It all makes sense, because eventually all things, you know, work together for good for those who believe. If you believe, if you don't, well, I'm not judging. But anyway, it must be alert and have sort of an awareness about things and about where we are going, and just be in tune within yourself, and you will know in situations. Of course, there are things that you should completely walk away from, and people that you should completely walk away from, because they are not good for you and they're not adding any value, or activities or habits that you should completely leave, because they're not working towards adding to who you're trying to be. That is not what I'm talking about, okay? Not everything, but you must have the wisdom and the understanding to know what situations, and you know what really is God trying to have you learn in different situations. And you know, the situations where maybe, you know, God is trying to show you that you are better than that. You cannot fit there, because maybe you're trying so hard to fit in. I've not been a person who has fitted in. I've never fitted in anywhere. I've always been the odd one out. And when I was younger, it used to bother me a lot. But now, I've grown, I like it. I don't want to fit. I don't try to fit. So I have the freedom to be me and to just do what I want, and just to live life that I feel is authentic and is just is true to who I am. I'm not trying to please anybody. I'm not trying to, no. So I think that is also very important if you are engaging in wanting to become a better version of yourself, then you really must know who you are. Okay, so that is just what I wanted to share with us today. Not everything. Stop running from things, stop running from certain situations, because in that there are vital lessons that you are supposed to get, that will help you and that will aid you in the next phase of your life. Okay, but there are things and people that obviously don't deserve our time or our attention. Those kinds of things, those we should run from. Okay, all right. I want to thank you so much. Please remember to subscribe, to like, and to share. I'll see you another time. Bye bye.